Our next guest is the chapter chair of the Dallas-Fort Worth BYU Alumni chapter down there, getting ready to welcome Cougar fans with a tailgate party for the ages ahead of the Big 12 championship game. Taggart Barron's back on the Wise Guys. Hey, how are you tonight?
Well, it's great to be with you guys. Thanks for having me. And this is an exciting time, one of the biggest football games in BYU history. And we get to be a part of it down here in the Dallas area. So we're excited.
Not only that, you get to follow Ty Detmer on the show. How about that?
I mean, come on. I mean, Jesus, this is great.
Yeah. He's just a Heisman Trophy winner is all. So, hey, BYU's coming back down to Texas. This is the second time in a month. How excited are Cougar fans in the Metroplex to have them back in this Big 12 championship?
Well, we feel like Texas is an extension of Provo. We even sell shirts. You guys even have some. Go
I have
BYU
one.
Texas
I should have wore it
shirts,
tonight. I didn't even think about that. I should have wore it tonight. I do wear it, by the way, all the time.
It's like 30 degrees up here, so yeah I put a sweatshirt
we'll
on.
take you a break. No, but we're really excited. I mean, we had SMU last year. That was a great game. We went up to Lubbock a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, didn't get that one, but we're hoping for redemption this Saturday.
Hey, what surprised you the most about this 11-1 team?
You know, I think the thing that surprised me the most is, if we go back and watch recordings of our conversations that you and I and everyone were having, it was, with a freshman quarterback, we don't even know what to expect. We're just hoping for 6, maybe 7 wins. And for them to just be in every game and pull it out, I think the thing that surprised me the most was just the poise under pressure. A double overtime win at Arizona, some close games, and usually an inexperienced team with a young quarterback falter in those kind of high pressure situations. For them to have the poise to stick through it was just an amazing job by the seniors on the team, the coaching, and we were just really impressed.
Tell us about the tailgate plans for BYU fans down there this weekend.
All right, so this is going to be an epic tailgate. So we really had trouble planning this one because usually we've got months in advance. We got the schedule, we know 6 months in advance. So we're preparing, we're planning, we're making reservations, food. How do we do this when we only have really a week notice? We didn't really even know we were for sure going to be in this game until last Friday. And so, signing contracts on venues and food. And how do we do that? Plus the game, it's an 11 a.m. kickoff in December. What are we, nobody wants to be standing around a cold parking lot at 8 o'clock in the morning eating breakfast burritos. So do we do it Saturday morning? Do we do it Friday night? If it's going to be Friday night, it's going to be cold, it's dark, the weather, who knows? We need to find somewhere indoors, where somewhere big enough. So we came up with the best solution. We are doing the tailgate in Globe Life Field, where the Texas Rangers play. It's a covered stadium, and literally our tailgate is on the playing field for the Texas Rangers.
That's like the biggest thing ever.
That's right across the street from AT&T.
Yeah,
that's right.
So
it's
you're right there.
Across the street. So it's right across the street, and we didn't even have to bring in tables and chairs for people to sit and eat their food because we got the whole stands. They can just go sit up. They can sit on any row in any section they want, and they've got chairs ready to go.
Now, how did you do that? How did you get access to the baseball stadium?
A lot of people came through. A lot of organizations with athletics and the Alumni Association. We had some generous donors that kicked in, and it's not cheap. Let me just tell you this.
I bet not.
But I'll tell you what is cheap. It's going to be free. A lot of times at these tailgates, we'll sell tickets for like $10 or $20 to get in to raise money for like the local BYU chapter, their scholarship fund or whatever. We said, you know what? Forget that. Forget it. We're making this thing free, and we got donors to cover all of the costs. So it's free. We're going to have Cosmo. We'll have cheerleaders, Cougar Tails, chocolate milk. We'll have everything going on. And guess what? For the food, all right, normally we have to call in. We have to get like a restaurant to come and cater it, or we bring some food trucks to sit around a park and people can buy their food. No, you know what we're doing? We're just going to go to the Globe Life Field, and they're going to open their concessions, and you can buy hamburgers and hot dogs and nachos as if you were at the baseball game.
It's like a Christmas miracle. That's what this is.
Awesome.
I think that's fantastic. So all BYU fans coming to the game or want to be around the game can go to Globe Life Field before the game and congregate together.
And it's Friday night.
And it's Friday night.
It's not the game Saturday morning. This thing is Friday night.
And what time?
So 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And so that should give people time to get there, maybe avoid traffic. We're going to be there early setting up. And 6 p.m. Doors open to the public at 6 p.m.
That's a great idea.
Any idea on how many people are going to show up for this tailgate?
Okay. So we don't really know, but we have a website where people can register just to kind of like give us an idea, but we know that there's going to be a lot of people that show up that don't register. So, I mean, we have 6,200 alumni just in the Dallas-Fort Worth area alone, plus all of their families. Then if you double that, if you expand out to Houston and the rest of Texas and up into Oklahoma and Arkansas, anything that's a 4 or 5 hour radius, we could have 10, 20,000. We really have no idea how many people to expect. So we're just bringing a lot of stuff, and we'll go until we run out of food.
Promise us that you'll send pictures out and videos of this thing on Friday night, which I think is a phenomenal idea and off the charts, because you get to a game Friday night, there's nothing going on, and the game, as you mentioned, so early on Saturday. I think that's a phenomenal
great idea. Yeah,
nice job. There's always a service project tied into BYU tailgates and the Cougars coming to town. What's that look like?
All right, so this is also going to be epic. So this is the first time that BYU's ever been in the conference championship game of a Power 4 conference. So we're going for a Power 4 service project. So it's going to be 4 things. 1, Arlington Charities. It's a local food bank right here in Arlington that they're really kind of struggling, especially this time of year when there's a lot of needy families, and they're gathering canned foods, especially protein. So like tuna fish, chicken, peanut butter, that kind of stuff. And people can bring physical food. We also have a website with an Amazon wish list and a Walmart wish list where people can click and they can donate. And they don't even have to haul their food here, or if they're not making it to the game in person, they can do that. So that's number 1. Number 2, we actually have a giving machine that's going to be at the tailgate, on the field, and one right outside the door. And it's 5 local DFW charities. So like, have you ever bought like for a family that's going through some trauma, buy a board game for them, or some essential like a baby bag with diapers and formula or something? Or we have some people that we have Evergreen Life Services that support people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, buying dental care or a home repair for a group home for them. There's a local food garden that grows fresh vegetables and honey for food pantries, and we're getting seeds, we're getting water, tractor repair, and then 2 more, the Hope Restored Missions that does services for the homeless. So they'll do like birth certificates so that homeless people can get an ID so that they can get a job, helping them with that kind of documentation and housing. And then the last one is called CASA. It's guardian care for foster children that have been removed from an abusive situation, and just getting some clothes or some school supplies just to get by the next few months and nurture them while they're going. Now, here's the best thing about all of this. You're standing there at the giving machine, and if you can't decide what to give and you're feeling generous, donate 777 on the code, 7 points for offense, defense, and special teams, and it will just do one of everything in the machine.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. It's well thought out, multifaceted attack on charity, not an attack. It's a multifaceted plan to take care of multiple charities in this market. And BYU always leaves a place better than they found it when they come into a market, which I think is just awesome.
We put the links in the chat.
If you have time, I'll throw in 2 more things. That was 2 prongs of the Power 4.
Yeah, give us 2 more.
The third one is we're donating. We have a food truck coming in with 36,000 pounds of food that'll be split between Wiley Christian Care Food Bank and a 5 Loaves Food Bank. And then the 4th one is we're having a truck that's delivering 4,300 gallons of BYU Creamery milk to Catholic Charities in Dallas and Tarrant Area Food Bank West. We're So that's our Power 4 service project.
That's not, wow.
Hey, they're going to want us in that Big 12 championship game every year.
Yeah, the community is so.
Okay.
I actually went to the Big 12 championship game last year because early on in the season, I thought BYU has a chance. Before ticket prices go up, I'm going to buy tickets, and I bought tickets.
Yeah.
And there weren't that many fans there. I went and I couldn't even sell the tickets. There weren't enough Iowa State and Arizona State fans making their way to Arlington. This time around, if you look at the seating chart on SeatGeek, I mean, the prices are getting high. The stadium is filling up. I'll bet there's going to be 4 times as many fans there at the game.
Your Mark today was saying he thinks it will be a sellout.
Yeah.
So that's pretty amazing.
The
last time it was barely the lower bowl. Like hardly anybody was in the mid bowl and nobody was in the upper bowl. So they had 3 levels, and it was fun to watch. I went to the game to watch, but I was kind of sad that there weren't more people there. And honestly, a lot of the vendors around the stadium were sad that there weren't more people there too.
I'm sure.
Hey, Taggart, what part of the Metroplex do you live in down there? That's a huge area down there.
It's a huge area. I live out in the Heath, Rockwall area, so I'm way on the east side of town.
Yeah.
And so I'm about, like, if I just drive straight all the way to Fort Worth, it's about an hour and a half to 2 hour drive. So that's it's kind of like driving from Bountiful to Provo.
There you go.
We put the link to where folks can go who aren't going to the game but can contribute in the service project and help order some of the things that are needed. And that's also in our show notes for those listening on the podcast. It is everything's bigger in Texas, and you guys have taken this up a notch, actually 4 notches in your 4-pronged approach to championship weekend. Taggart, let's get your 3 keys to a BYU win.
All right. So this time around, they cannot get down by more than 1 score. So they got to keep within 7 points the whole game. Texas Tech is too good. If they get ahead by 2 touchdowns, they can clamp down the defense, and they're going to be a really hard team to come back on. So that's my first one is don't get behind by more than 1 score. The second one is they just got to cut down on the turnovers. Giving away. There were just a couple of turnovers deep in BYU's territory. The punt return and the net lateral pass. No easy points for Texas Tech by giving up the ball in BYU territory. And then the third one is just play BYU football. I think they got a little bit rattled by the early turnovers, and they tried to do things that they weren't used to. But BYU has proven all season long that they are a tough team. They can play physical, and they can play with confidence. And they just need to play BYU football and don't let any sort of hype get in their heads.
Those are some good keys.
I love it. Yeah, those all sound great to me.
Yeah, nice
Just do
job.
that, BYU, and everything's going to be fine. So
Taggart Barron, the chapter chair of the Dallas-Fort Worth area with BYU alumni. The team's up here getting ready. You're down there getting ready. It will be a magical weekend, especially starting Friday night at Globe Life Field for all BYU fans to come into the tailgate party for free to get in, and then you can buy whatever you want at the concession stands. Who doesn't want a baseball hot dog?
That's pretty cool.
In December? You can't get that anywhere.
Right?
That's a great idea.
Another thing, too, is some people think, I have to be going to the game on Saturday in order to come to the tailgate on Friday. And that's not the case. If you're in the Dallas area and you just want to come celebrate BYU, come to the tailgate and hang out and then go home Saturday and watch it on TV.
Love it. So Mark Johnson on the chat says, Taggart, you and your committee have knocked it out of the park, ! And I agree.
Hey,
out of the park. Yeah, we'll be in the baseball park.
That's right.
Knock that out. And have an awesome time down there. It's never happened before. BYU's never been in the Big 12 championship, and they've come right to the alumni chapter that can handle it and do it in grand style. Good luck with all that you got going on. We love to support you. We appreciate how you represent the Y out in the Texas area. So have some fun, and we'll see you again on the show here real soon.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you Saturday.
All right, Taggart Barron. Okay, so now we've been to Texas, and you kind of feel the excitement.
Yeah, like this is awesome. They're geeked up and ready to go.
So
is that the right word? Geeked up.
So here's how BYU does it. It's early game, so you're not about the tailgate. There's a Major League Baseball stadium that's got a roof on it across the street, and so some donors just come up and pay for it, and we just rent that place out.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
I think it's great. And I love that he's just saying, hey, if you don't have tickets to the game, don't worry about it. Come to the tailgate. Let's just celebrate as a BYU family down here. That's pretty cool.
Just be a part of all that. So good. All right. Awesome. When so as we got closer to the championship game, Taggart reached out and said, hey, can I come on Wise Guys on Monday? We got a lot to talk about.
He did.
And did he not deliver on that?
They came up big time in a very short period of time. Way to go.